Hello, friends. Today we'll try to understand a poem, a short poem, Digging, written by the Irish poet Seamus Heaney. Seamus Justin Heaney was an Irish poet, playwright, and translator. He received the 1995 Nobel Prize in Literature, and among his best known works is Death of a Naturalist, which was published in 1966. Seamus Heaney is considered as one of the greatest Irish poets after W.B. Yeats. And in fact, some critics have gone on to say that he is perhaps the greatest poet of the 20th century. Upon his death in 2013, The Independent magazine described him as probably the best known poet in the world. To understand how very important his works were considered can be assimilated from the number of notable prizes and awards that he won during his lifetime and posthumously as well. Among the prizes and the awards are the Geoffrey Faber Memorial Prize, E.M. Forster Award, the Nobel Prize in Literature, as I've already stated, in 1995, the Golden Wealth of Poetry Award, and the T.S. Eliot Prize. Also, the Griffin Trust for Excellence in Poetry Lifetime Recognition Award in 2013. So, a poet who has, to his credit, several collections of poems and other works as well, his translations of poems in other languages set him apart as a great 20th century poet and as a notable poet of all times. Now we'll see this. Today we'll try to understand this poem entitled Digging. In fact, there is much relevance of this title. Digging is a simple act. I shouldn't say simple, but it is an act of trying to find out things, trying to unearth. Digging has got its relations with earth. Anyone who digs brings to surface something that was not meant to be seen by the normally. So what we do is digging involves going deep, removing the cover over things, and which definitely involves great physical activity. So let's see what Seamus Heaney has to say about this act of digging. We begin the poem now. Between my finger and my thumb, the squat pen rests, snug as a gun. So he begins by describing him and locating, trying to find the position which of the pen, the squat pen, something with which you draw, something with which you write down, that pen is resting. That means presently he is not writing. The pen rests between his finger and his thumb. So this is autobiographical poem. He thinks about himself. He is bringing to our knowledge his condition. He is sitting with the pen in his hand, snug, comfortable. But how comfortable? As a gun. Now, gun is an instrument, is a tool by which one aims at. This should bring to our mind the general understanding of pen. Pen is said to be mightier than the sword. There is a sense of might implied in pen. So this mighty instrument rests snugly, squats. Squats is when you sit with your folded feet. So the pen is not open, it is a covered pen and resting between his finger and the thumb. But surely it has the air, it has the power, the readiness to act sharply as a gun would. A small stanza of 2 lines. Under my window, so between his finger and the thumb is the pen, and under his window, a clean rasping sound when the spade sinks into gravelly ground. My father digging. And then he is sitting in the balcony, and from where he can see his father working hard on the earth. A clean rasping sound. So this is a kind of juxtaposing of opposite images. Clean is something which is dear to the eye, but rasping is a sound which is harsh to hear. So, but this harsh sound which his father is producing is clean because there is no disturbance around. His father seems to be the only man working there. So, a clean rasping sound when the spade sinks into gravelly ground. So, his father is not working on the soft earth, he is working into the gravelly, studded with small stones, a ground that is studded with small stones. And his father's spade sinks into the gravelly ground. There is a colon, and here he describes how the father is working. My father digging. So this image, the son is sitting with a pen resting between his finger and the thumb, and the father is working with both his hands in the gravelly ground. See the alliterative devices, spade sinks into gravelly ground. So this repetitive sound is indicative of the continuous effort of the father. I look down till his straining rump among the flower beds bends low. So I bend down. My father is bending on the earth, and I in the balcony also bend down to see my father till his straining rump. Rump is the hind part, the muscular back part of the father, because he is straining himself. Straining is a stressful exertion on muscles, among the flower beds bends low. So he is working near the flower beds. He is working on the flower beds. What he is doing, he is growing flowers. Comes up 20 years away, stooping in rhythm through potato drills where he was digging. So his body is at times straining deep into, bends low and comes up again, and when he comes up, he looks 20 years older. Why 20 years older? Because he is actually 20 years older than the sun. So age is clear on his face. But despite this age, this gap of 20 years, he stoops in rhythm through potato drills. So drills are the beds of the this vegetable, the space in which he has grown the potatoes. So he is stooping in rhythm. How can one stoop in rhythm? He stoops in rhythm because stoopingly he is moving from one end on the flower bed, on the potato drills, to the other end, while stooping only where he was digging. So the son has been seeing his father digging all the while. This is a poem which is rather a recollection of what he should have seen as a child, what he should have seen his father doing when he was a child. So he sees his father even now doing the same thing while he is busy with a pen to document something, a tale with a difference, but the father is digging on the earth, inside the earth, with a regular movement. He is stooping, he is digging. So this confirms the idea of digging. We see the son observing the father and the father busy digging, bringing out wealth from under the earth. We shall continue. This is all for today.